Well, a really fine piece of proper antique English porcelain. A London-shaped Broseley or Temples design teacup and saucer. London shape, characteristic, very easy to recognise. The Gothic arch, reverse twist handle, rolling ribbed scalloping around the rims. Beautiful moth borders, just look at that. See there? Beautiful design. Little bit of island design in the central well. No manufacturers or makers marks, but we have got on both pieces these very early round crown marks. And just by the colour of the porcelain, translucency of it, it's taken on a creamy discoloration over its years in existence. So let's move on to the saucer. Characteristic early shape, just look at that, straight-sided, straight up a triangular almost, round, deep rim on the base, again matching early round crown marks, and Broseley pattern in the centre. Not all the elements of Old Willow, which makes it Temples or Broseley, just two figures on the bridge, no swallow, no bird, not the characteristic tree motifs or the picket fencing. Little bit of folds in the transfer design here, you can just see there, lines going through it, that's from manufacturing. Same across here, so it's not actually gone down onto the porcelain as well as it should have or could have, but that's characteristic of things of this age and it's what gives them their character. This is probably on those marks. We've done quite a bit of research on this, taken hours, and we can't definitively be sure on the manufacturer, but I think it's probably Copeland Garret just by the shape. We've had some pieces which were almost identical. Porcelain was the same, the patina was the same, the inclusions in the glaze, just everything about it, and that was marked with a Copeland Garret mark on it. Dates from around 1810, 1820 through to the latest 1830, I'd say, on this. No well on the saucer as you'd expect from a saucer plate of this age, and a rare and wonderful set. Nicely matched, good tone, lovely, not a bright cobalt blue. Just compare it to just the modern Allertons here. This is Willow. Swinnerton's probably this one, yeah. Nice enough from 20th century, but just look at the difference in the tone on the cobalt between the two pieces. When you go back to this really old porcelain, and that's the difference, this is porcelain china as opposed to earthenware or ironstone, then the glazes that they were using were different at this stage on production, and the cobalt was this sort of powdery, almost pastel blue as opposed to that really dark blacks or rich blues that were being used in the next century. So really fine piece, lovely example, in fine condition. Apart from the slight discoloration in the porcelain and the glaze on the china teacup, and particularly around the handle, we've put some graphics on to demonstrate that we photographed in the light box. But actually when it's out and not highly lit or illuminated, then that's almost impossible to spot, to be fair. A lovely set, rare as hen's teeth, not many of them coming out of the auction houses or antique centres anymore in a condition and at a price that we can offer them for sale internationally at a good value. And I think we're doing very well with the pricing on this pair as we're offering it on the Vintage and Antiques website currently. Link below will take you through to that listing. All the measurements, details and information you need to make a buyer's decision should be there for you. Thanks for watching.